Hi guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to my kitchen. Today we're going to be doing a what I eat in a day video. Lately I've been really trying to be intentional about what I put into my body, and for me that just means having more well-balanced meals, and so that means getting enough protein and healthy fats, fibers, and vegetables, but also kind of eliminating all the processed food and junk that you really don't need. At the beginning of quarantine, my diet was kind of garbage and I was just snacking all day and staying up late and snacking late, but also oddly enough, I was working out harder than I have in a really long time. And I figured I would do myself the favor by cleaning up my diet so that I could see the physical results of working out in the gym. So the things that I've kind of implemented into my diet have just been things that I found through nutrition experts that I kind of follow and the tips that they've provided. And I just kind of meshed them all together, and this is what I've come up with. I hope that you find it helpful. The other thing that I hope to provide is some time-saving tips. For me, I have a full-time job and I have 2 toddlers running around, and so time is of the essence for me. I don't like to spend a lot of the time in the kitchen. I'm not a great cook either, and so anything that is simple and easy, I'm here for it. So I hope you find this helpful. If you do, give me a thumbs up, comment below what you'd like to see next, and please subscribe. In the morning, I like to start my day with a cup of warm lemon water. I just take a cup of water, place it in the microwave for about a minute so it's not too hot, and then squeeze half a lemon into the cup. On the days that I'm not drinking lemon water, I do like the celery juice. I try to do this at least 2 to 3 days a week, depending on how much celery I have in the house. For both the lemon water and the celery, I do feel like it helps with digestion. So after I drink either of these, I'll wait 15 minutes or so before I eat breakfast. For breakfast, I do love oatmeal. I just love the simplicity of it. I just use old-fashioned Quaker oats, some agave, cinnamon, some whole walnuts that I actually put in a food processor, and then I throw it in a bag so I just have it on hand and I can easily throw it in my oatmeal. I basically take the old-fashioned oats, stick it in the microwave for 2 minutes, add some blueberries and raisins, add a little bit of walnuts, some cinnamon, and I like to add a tablespoon of hemp hearts for some additional protein and fiber. I just get mine from Costco, and then I also add some agave and some almond butter for a little bit of healthy fat in there, and the agave obviously just sweeten it up a little bit. So that's my oatmeal, and I do that just about every morning. For my morning snack, I often like to have a handful of nuts and some fruit, and so in this case I had some cashews and almonds, both unsalted, not roasted, and I had some grapes. It's a little bit larger of a snack portion size than I normally would have, only because I knew I would have some little hands coming to steal my snack. Another option would be to have an apple and maybe a tablespoon of some peanut butter to dip the apple in. For lunch, I often find myself reaching for leftovers, so in this case, I reheated some brown rice, some chicken sausage, and the chicken sausage here is by Sabatino's, and I get it from Costco, and it is the Paleo Organic Sweet Basil Chicken Sausage. I also added some broccoli. It's just unseasoned boiled broccoli, and then for some additional flavor, I also added some lentils to this meal. And there's lunch. For my afternoon snack, I decided to chop up a cucumber and have that with some hummus. If you don't like cucumbers, you can substitute it with any vegetable you like, baby carrots or broccoli or whatever, but this is what I like to do for snack. It's an easy way to get some more veggies into your diet, and it's also a nice light snack to kind of hold you over until dinner. And the hummus I decided to use was the Kirkland organic hummus that I just get from Costco, just like everything else in my fridge. For the rest of the cucumber, I actually ended up throwing it in a bowl for eating later. So I like to basically season it with some vinegar, just plain vinegar, salt and pepper to taste. And just I'll have that to throw it on a salad later, or maybe as a side dish for dinner, or just have it for a snack later. I love pickled cucumbers. So I'm preparing dinner, and for dinner we are eating some baby potatoes. They're super easy to make and they cook pretty quickly, and my kids love them, so that's always a plus. The way I make these is I slice them up into cubes. I put a little bit of olive oil, salt, pepper, and as well as some minced garlic, and kind of separate it all over the baking sheet. I put them in the oven for 25 minutes at 425, and they always come out great. All right, so for the chicken, I basically was just trying to take advantage of already having the oven on, and it was already pre-thawed out. So I took the chicken, cut the 2 breasts that I had in half to make it 4 pieces, and I season it on both sides with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and onion powder, and also a little bit of olive oil so that they're not dry from baking them. And then I kind of make sure the season's evenly distributed. I'll throw them in a baking dish and then put them in the oven at the 425 that I already had the potatoes in at, and then throw it in for 20 minutes, and those are good to go for lunch tomorrow. While the chicken was cooking, I sauteed some green beans on a pan right on the stove, and so I just used salt, pepper, and minced garlic, and a little bit of olive oil. And then I also heated some sliced roasted turkey breast with citrus herbs from Sous Vide. So it's already pre-seasoned from Costco, super easy, and it actually turned out great. So we had the green beans, potatoes, and turkey for dinner, and the chicken is for tomorrow's lunch. At night, I am often up much later than I should be, so I find myself getting really hungry, and to prevent myself from eating these terrible snacks and chips that I have all over my house, I've been going to Greek yogurt. So I use the organic Greek yogurt from Kirkland's. I cut up some strawberries and blueberries, and then I also add some Nature's Path organic pumpkin seed and flax granola, and that has been a really good go-to snack lately. Okay, let's talk about leftovers and what I did with that chicken that I made last night. So first we're going to start with making some quinoa. So I basically just take 2 cups of water, add a cup of quinoa, bring it to a boil, and then lower it to a simmer for 15 to 20 minutes until all the water is gone and the quinoa is nice and fluffy. Quinoa is one of those great things that you can make a large portion of and then just kind of stick it in your fridge and have it for lunch for the next couple of days or even for dinner. So what I do is I just take the chicken, I chop it up, I take my leftover broccoli and green beans, chop that up as well, and then heat it up in the microwave. And this is the beginning of a nice little buffalo bowl. So to add to my bowl of food, I'm going to make some buffalo sauce, and the way I do that is I'll take some ghee. So I'll take a tablespoon of ghee, and for those of you that don't know, ghee is basically like a refined butter. So when butter is melted, the liquid and solids separate, and then the milk particles, or kind of the milk fat part of it, is removed, and it basically just means that ghee has less lactose than butter. So it's just a refined, healthier butter, basically. And so what I'll do is I'll take the ghee, put it in the microwave, melt it down, and then I'll add some Frank's Red Hot sauce. And I like Frank's Red Hot because it's really basic ingredients, and so I'll just add that to taste. If you like it spicy, add a lot, and if you don't, then just add whatever you feel. And so I usually end up adding more to my bowl after, but I like to go easy in the beginning. But this is a great way to make a little buffalo sauce, and it has like a nice butter milky base to it, and I just pour it on top of my bowl, and it turns out great. And it's one of my favorite ways to spice up a really blah bowl, and it's an easy way to add healthy fats into your diet. And if you don't have ghee, you can absolutely do the same bowl by using grass-fed organic butter. Well, I hope you found that video helpful, and I hope it helped you get closer to your fitness and nutrition goals. For me personally, it's really been great, and I'm kind of pleased with the results I've seen so far, and I can't wait to share those with you guys in a few weeks. Good luck.